guys, welcome back! So, this week we'll be taking a look at my new shirt. Come on! So guys, let's start with the heavy stuff. So, as you remember, I've picked this IBM Model M mechanical keyboard. A few weeks back I've made a cleaning and restoration video of this awesome piece of hardware. You may wanna check that one out. By the way, I've paid about 25 euros for this beast, with shipping included. So, I've picked also the ZX Spectrum book and Commodore 64 book from the makers of Retrogamer magazine. It's a recently revised edition of this book with a few more articles. And I must thank Tiago Epifanio and Ricardo Iglesias for giving me the opportunity to grab this awesome piece of reading. Just amazing. And talking about awesome reading, I've also managed to pick up the Amiga Visual Compendium dedicated to the Commodore Amiga, obviously, with this high quality printing. It offers so many awesome great memories at every single turn of a page. And along with the book, I've purchased also the DVD From Bedrooms to Billions. This is a recent documentary in which is described with great detail the 8-bit home computer era. If you've grown up alongside the ZX Spectrum or the Commodore 64, this is a must-have. And for getting the DVD, I have also the right to download the full HD 1080p version. So I'll keep this one unopened. I've also purchased 3 titles using Steam's digital store, Carmageddon Reincarnation, and 2 early accesses, Dirt Rally and the Next Car Game, now known as Wreckfest. I don't want to spoil anything, but I'll get to each one on future Not So Retro videos. I can say that I've enjoyed them quite a bit. For the ZX Spectrum, I've picked Terror Pods. This is one of the best looking covers ever made. Just look at this box art. Amazing stuff. This one is the perfect example of an awesome cover that hides a pretty bad game. Back then I never had a chance to try Terror Pods. Never saw it at my local ZX Spectrum reseller, but I was always mesmerized every time I came across its advert on magazines. Also picked up an Amstrad CPC boxed game and sealed game, War in Middle-earth. Already reviewed on my channel, it was my very first contact with J.R.R. Tolkien's amazing fantasy universe. If you want to know more about it, check my review. Now a game for the PC, modern stuff for the PC, it's Thief. I've never played this one, but I simply love the very first Thief game from around '98, more than the other 2 sequels. As for this new venture on the franchise, never played it, but I'm really curious to know if it's a worthy carrier of the Thief title. Now for the Xbox 360, I've picked Forza Motorsport 4.
The odd ones out.
Never tried this 4th installment on the Forza franchise, but I believe that it's more of the same. I'm a huge fan of Forza 3, so I believe that I will also enjoy this one. So the next one for the Xbox 360 is Prince of Persia. Ubisoft made an excellent work with this new Prince of Persia game. I've played it and finished it on the PC back in 2008. And now I have to do the same on the 360. Such an amazing adventure. Now, here's a franchise that I've never had the chance to try before. And I know that the BioShock games are really good. It seems that I'll soon be visiting this underwater city called Rapture. Again, never played an Assassin's Creed game before. This is, I believe, the fourth title of the series, so I need to get all the other 3 games prior to this one before I can play Assassin's Creed Revelations. Looks really promising. Now for the PS2. I've purchased 3 titles, and the first one that I have here to show you is Flat Out 2. I love the Flat Out games. I bought this game for the PC when it was out and finished it so many freaking times. Crashing and destroying cars has never been so much fun. I bought MTX Moto Tracks back when it was out, but I ended up selling it because I wasn't really enjoying it. And you know why? Because a few days earlier this one was out, MX Unleashed, and I was extremely addicted to it. I've always loved racing games from Rainbow Studios. Now, about MTX Moto Tracks, I'm willing to give it another chance. I finally picked up ICO for €6 and can now start playing the series with this amazing adventure. I already have in my collection Shadow of the Colossus, the collector's edition, and I will only play it after I finish this one. I've also picked an Xbox, an original Xbox, that it's a bit damaged on its top case, as you can see. It's broken right here. And with it came one controller, the small one, and a remote. And also bundled with the Xbox came a bunch of titles for that console. The first one is Circus Maximus Chariot Wars. This is a kind of road rash, but with chariots. I played Circus Maximus a little bit and it looks quite enjoyable. The next one is Halo 2. That doesn't need any kind of comment. It's just one of those games that should be in everyone's collection. Next one, True Crime Streets of LA. It looks a pretty decent open world action adventure type of game where we play as a cop that will be assigned to investigate a series of bombings in Chinatown. I've played this game on the PC back in around 2004, I believe, after I finished Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and really enjoyed playing on the good side of the force, you know? Never played Vietcong Purple Haze on the Xbox or PS2. However, I was really addicted to the very first Vietcong game for the PC. This one is, I believe, that same PC version with the first Alpha expansion pack that was also released for Windows. So they've put them both on the same disc and released it as Vietcong Purple Haze. The next one is Chaos Theory from the Splinter Cell franchise. This is, I believe, the third installment on the Splinter Cell series, and I'm a huge fan of stealth games. I've played this one and all the others on the PC. Awesome stuff. The next one, Conflict Vietnam. Never played a Conflict game before, and Vietnam is the third game of the series. Can't tell much more about it, but I believe that it's a pretty decent tactical shooter. I remember some friends telling me that I should try the Conflict series, because I've always enjoyed war games based in historic events. Counter-Strike on a console system? I don't think so. About 10 years ago I was a Counter-Strike player. I used to participate in these LAN parties along with a bunch of friends and beat the crap out of each other. Those were amazing times that are unfortunately long gone. Never played a driver game, and this isn't the original box either. It's white. I believe that it's the fourth installment in the series, but that's all I know. So I will try this one later. Next one, Cold War. This is a stealth type of game similar to the Splinter Cell series, and it was available for Xbox, Windows, Mac OS and Linux, I believe. Never played it though, but it looks promising. The next one, Transworld Snowboarding. I'm not familiar with this one. I really don't know a thing about Transworld Snowboarding. It carries the name of an American sports magazine, I believe, and that's about it. Looks cool though. Man of Valor is another Vietnam war game that I used to play on the PC back in around 2004. By the way, it was only available for the Xbox and PC, Windows PCs. And the last one for the Xbox, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. Now here's a game that I've played a lot back in 2004. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is an amazing experience with an awesome story, one of the best from all Star Wars games ever released. And if you're a fan of the franchise, this is one must-have title. And finally, to finish this pickups video, one last item that was a gift from my wife for my 40th birthday. And it's a ZX Spectrum 48K, complete in box and in mint condition, as you can see from these images. It also came with this tape recorder, and everything just works really well after all these years. It's from 1982. It's been 33 years. Amazing stuff. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Let me know on the comments section below what you think about my recent pickups, and if you've missed my 20-year retrospective about E3 and have 1 hour to kill, just click on these videos, sit back and enjoy. Thank you very much for watching, and as I said before, I'll see you all next week.